I can't hear you.
We back in the building. It's your boy D. Frey. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we
What's
here.
good?
We back. Why the fuck my shit jittering? But fuck it, we'll figure it out later. A lot of things to get into today, man. A lot of topics, a lot of conversations, a lot of shit rolling over from last week. So before we get into it, Bryce, you can get us started. Let me know you got any good things, anything going on in your life. That we can get to the topics. We got Diddy, we got Mikey, we got Young Boy, we got Joe Budden, we got it's a whole plethora of shit that we got for today on the slate. So start us off, positive.
Well, ain't nothing been significant, but life been good. Been working hard, hitting the goals, man, and just staying focused.
All right, salute to you. If I had my sound effect board, I hit the sound effect for you. But salute to my boy Blake. It's his birthday today. Y'all know who the fuck Blake is, but salute to my boy Blake. Now we 30, man. We getting old, man. We getting up there. The first one to cross the 30 threshold. Actually, maybe Najee
I'm about to
crossed the
say
30 threshold
Najee.
first. But we moving
Oh,
into that realm
nasty.
of the 30s. But anyways, my good thing, like you said, life's been good. Life's rolling. Got a couple opportunities possibly coming up, so we'll see what happens with those, and we'll roll into the new year strong, man. The year is about to be over, so start planning, start doing your shit for next year, and hopefully, whatever goals you got, you can
I do
surpass
got
them
another
crash
good thing.
next year.
Paulo Banchero, that boy hit. So hey,
No,
man.
he did come in clutch today. I ain't gonna lie, but a lot of niggas sold for me. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of niggas was out there selling today. But I got a couple. I'm still waiting on some people to do some shit right now, so we'll see what happens while we're recording the podcast. Salute to Moses Moody already has 9 points and rebounds. The game just started, but a lot of these niggas be selling though. They be going crazy in the first couple, and then they be trash. But anyways, let's hop right into it, man. So your boy Diddy got another case on him. He has been hit with I think it's his fourth lawsuit at this point. Is my camera only tripping for me or is it tripping for y'all too? I can't
It do
tell.
look a little
It's like
it's a little high. Like your stream been smoking a little bit.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
Um,
So, anyways, we in the
I was
building. We
just being
here.
funny. It definitely look a little weird.
I just don't know if it's like glitching.
Yeah, it's a little psychedelic over there.
All right, fuck it. Who gives a fuck? We in the building. Fuck it. Diddy got hit with another lawsuit. It's his fourth lawsuit at this point. He had the Cassie when he settled. He had two other ones. I don't know if he settled those two other ones, but now he got one from she was 17 at the time. Jane Doe doesn't want to be identified, and that's a part of another law that got out there in New York. Some law where now people can start to pursue civil trial until March 1st, 2025. So now it's been extended. You got 2 more years to deal with old lawsuits to come up and creep up on you. But this one, she's alleging that she was gang raped by P. Diddy, the former president of Bad Boy. His name was like Harv Pierre, and then an unknown assailant who she didn't name. I'm assuming that's because he's just like a dude who'd be around at the time, right? So she's alleging that pretty much, and then now there's a sex trafficking element to it because they're saying that they picked her up in Detroit, flew her here on a jet, took her to the studio. She's presented pictures of her in the studio, sitting on Diddy's lap, doing things of that nature. Well, not like sexual things, but sitting on his lap at 17 years old. So it doesn't look good. I don't know if he's going to settle this one out too. The lawyer that is for the girl is the same lawyer that was Cassie's lawyer in the previous one that he settled. So maybe a settlement is coming for that young lady, or she's not young no
At
more,
what
but
point do like the state or like the higher up start coming in? Because it's like I feel like the same thing with R. Kelly. Like why he couldn't just settle with everybody? Like, at some point, the
um
documentary, somebody was like,
maybe
you know
maybe
what?
it's,
Let's get this
it's
man.
maybe it got something to do with statutes of limitations. I think R. Kelly stuff was kind of more recent. Like these are things from like 2001. I think R. Kelly stuff was more of recent nature that he was still doing to this day as far as trafficking and stuff like that. I think that's why he got clipped. But I mean, as long as but the thing about this is a guy seemingly who is on this path who has had a history of these things. They're still all alleged, they're not nothing's confirmed or whatever. But a guy who seemingly has a history of all these things, you could probably rest assured there's some recent action that may have happened. It just
Yeah,
hasn't been brought to light yet.
and I feel
Maybe
like
it's still being investigated. Like who knows?
it's very similar to the R. Kelly shit. I don't think no one seen him going to jail, especially what it was like when he went to jail 2018, 2019. Like
Yeah.
the peeing on girls, the Leah shit, all that shit has been like way in the past. We kind of felt like he was in the clear in a sense, and all of a sudden he had a documentary out of nowhere, locked his ass up. I feel like
That's
it's
what happened. You be in the
Diddy.
clear. You be in the clear, but the thing is, you in the clear, but then you keep doing. Like you gonna keep
Mm-hmm.
doing. Now we gonna all right. You got okay. Actually, you got a case from 2018, or you got a girl who's claiming from 2018 now. That's the statute of limitations. We ain't clip your ass back then, but we gonna clip your ass right now, and then that's how you get shit within the statute of limitations. Like I said, if all these things about Diddy are true, he be power tripping, sexually assaulting people, doing whatever. There's probably something within that 10-year from 2013. I don't know what the statute of limitation in New York is that may come to light sooner or later. Who knows?
So in my mind, you know me, man. You have your narrative that I think everybody's gay, that's successful. I don't know if it's your narrative, but um, do you start to believe like the Usher conspiracy? 'Cause I know you seen the videos. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
me and Usher used to wrestle. Do you start to believe all the type of shit that's surrounding Diddy, or do you
I
just
mean,
kind of look
it
at it as
definitely
one
makes
offs?
it definitely makes everything seem very possible.
Like the
It
Justin
makes every
Bieber shit is like, that was one of the ones that a lot of people was bringing up.
yeah. Usually I'd be like, but once you start seeing a whole bunch of shit, it's like, okay, maybe we got some one of the possibles going on. It's a couple of possibilities. Because I think one of the was a guy who said that Diddy I could be wrong. I might be throwing shit at the wall right now, but I could swear a guy came out and said that Diddy assaulted him. I
Shit,
feel like
50
he be
Cent
throwing
said
shit at
he
the
felt
wall.
harassed.
But
50
it's
Cent said something. We seen this shit on Drink Channels. It just,
possible.
I
I,
start to make it
the
seem
one
like
thing,
all
the
that
one
shit
thing
real.
about the one thing about this, I will never understand. I will never understand it. Because like, especially with now with the new mainstream red pill, you hear all these things like the top high value men have the pick of the litter with all the women, right? All the women want them. What's the need to rape, sex? Like, I don't get that. If you could walk outside and be like, you, and you willingly want to have sex with me, why the rape, coercion, drug? Like, I just can't understand that.
Well,
There's got to be something psychological. Like, it's got to be something psychological with these
I
people.
don't. I think it's a mix of both. They get the women that obviously want to say yes to them, but then it's women that say no to them, and that's like some of these dudes that's like ego driven. That's even more than that, just like straight up narcissist, evil, whatever you want to call it. This is when they say no, they feel offended and they feel like they got to get their way, or they can manipulate their way. They can buy them something or do something to make them like them, even though they got initially a no. So I feel like that's where it starts to come into they have plenty of options in a way of saying yeah, but there's gonna be plenty of people that may say no to, and that's when they be like, nah, I gotta get that. Like,
I just don't. Especially when it'd be like just like a random. Like, I ain't saying it's okay to do it to anybody, but when it just be like the random chick that lives in Denver, it's like, bro, you could just hop on a PJ and go. Like, you could just be like, I can't fathom it. It doesn't make any sense to me why they even put themselves in these situations to even deal with shit like this.
and they weird, bro. They be doing weird shit, bro. So they maybe don't want her to, like, maybe she'd have been down to have regular sex, supposedly, with Diddy, but all of a sudden he want to fuck her with two other dudes. It's like, what? Now she ain't
And
really down for that.
she also was underage at the time, so there's that factor as well.
Oh, I wouldn't even think about all that. So yeah, even if with them saying that, it's like maybe at one point in her mind she was coerced to feeling that. Yeah, I do it with just Diddy, but when the other dudes start coming around, it's like, yeah, that shit make a motherfucker like, nah, I'm not with all this, and I'm pretty sure with Diddy, shit get weird. Like, so I
I
could
want to
easily see
at
people
this point.
saying
I want
no.
to know what his latest girl got. I want to know what Young Miami got to say. She probably ain't gonna say nothing, but I want to know what she got to say
I
about
mean,
this
that's
mess.
all. They're not together because they really love each other. They're
Well, I'm
together
not
because
saying. I just want to know what's the experience like. Is he fucking drugging your ass too, and you just cool because he a billionaire and buying you shit? What type of freaky deaky shit he got you doing? They got you so damn quiet and scared not to say nothing. But teachers on you. That's her nigga. She ain't gonna say nothing. But I just think I don't know. They got not these documentaries. 50 Cent says he's making a documentary. I don't know how much of that is trolling, how much that's an actuality that he could probably do that. Like I said, though, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was to be able to collect people from the past to create some type of documentary. You already got these people like Art of the Dialogue and Vlad and people like that already interviewing past bad boy president, past bodyguard here, past person here. So it's like that to me doesn't seem like it's out the realm of the possibility. I think as someone also like Diddy, initially everybody's scared because they got this power, but I feel like eventually that power starts to fracture when companies start moving away from you, when the money, when the corporations start moving away from you, that's when people feel like, okay, well, he don't got that much power because the people who fund him ain't really fucking with him. So what really can he do? And nobody really wants to openly stand next to him. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like, okay, now
it becomes a
we can start popping our shit now.
trickle down effect in a sense.
Yeah. But like I said, with the interview shit, some of these guys, they be saying some wild shit. It's like one guy was just like, yeah, we be at the club or we be somewhere, I don't know what it was, some kind of Diddy party. And they would have like this row of champagne right here, and this will have all the shit in it that we want to get the girls to get them, like, loosey goosey, right? Like the extra shit, like put a little whatever powder, whatever they put in these champagne, and they'll tell me like, oh no, just don't drink these, just drink these ones because this one will get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all niggas be openly just saying that shit. Like it's like, I don't know. I know the narrative is like Captain Save a Hoe, but like, if you go to a party and a nigga tell you, oh, this is the one we gave for the girls, we like spike these with shit. Just drink these. It's kind of like, all right, nigga, what are we doing?
Yeah, and you can't. At some point, you can't be like, it's different times back then. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
what
we were
doing?
still human, nigga.
And then y'all niggas be talking about the shit. Y'all probably eventually had y'all's name in the shit. Y'all might be a damn person that a bitch put on a damn this person also raped me too. It's like y'all be talking too much at some point. If you were there partaking in it, you might have a case for yourself down the line. Now you openly admitting it on a video, saying you knew about it. So yeah, it's a lot of shit, man, with this Diddy and the 17-year-olds. And like I said, y'all been sounding the alarm on these industry guys. Hold on. But y'all been on like the gay shit, like, oh, he's gay. I'm like, all right, nigga, gay. Like, I don't give a fuck. What's that got to do with me? He's gay, whatever. Cool. He sucked dick, whatever. But we get into all this power, sexual assault, abuse.
And it's not that he's just gay. He one of the uncomfortable gays. That make you feel uncomfortable.
What's uncomfortable gay?
When the niggas on Snowfall, the niggas was on Snowfall was at his house, and he was like, I forget exactly what he told them niggas, but he was fighting with them niggas like, bro, these straight men, and you on camera. And he willing to push that type of boundary. It's like he one of
them gay executives that tell you got to do this to get this.
Yeah, that's what was the problem. That was the problem. It wasn't that the nigga Frank Ocean. Like, nigga, I listen to Frank Ocean music. I wasn't tripping that he was just gay. It was like the type of gay he was. Like Birdman. Like niggas was saying the same shit about Birdman. Like he one of the ones that, like he gonna molest you to get a spot. Like, and that shit crazy. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all niggas got me thinking about the all-white party. I might not want to partake in the all-white party. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, boy,
I might want to retract my invitation and shit like that. I don't know. Is it everybody? Is it a couple people? This shit this day, this looking tricky.
So, I mean, I always say this, bro. The reason I feel like it's everybody, because it's the ones that's in the actual limelight that we be talking about. Not the... it's plenty of artists that's just like, they're good artists, they off to the side, they drop some shit, but it's the ones that's constantly in the limelight, constantly in the mainstream conversation. I be feeling like they the ones that sell out, because, bro, it's a certain type of power to be on, like, in control of millions of people that follow you, bro. Like, these people got millions of followers, bro. And the society run these motherfuckers, and they ain't about to just let you have these followers and you just doing whatever you want to do, bro. So that's what I be thinking on the deeper level shit. That's why I feel like it's so easy to feel like them niggas are sellouts, bro.
Well, let me ask you this: would like certain little whispers you hear, certain little questionable things you see, and I ain't trying to put it because this is our favorite artist, but in 10 years from now, would you be surprised if you heard something like Drake did X, Y, when you see like, oh, he took this girl out when she was 17, rented out what did he do? He rented out something. Or as soon as she turned 18, he rented out a restaurant. Or like he was doing something here. He be, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you can't trust nobody, it seems like all these niggas is crazy. They got some kind of weird fetish, weird kind of kink.
Sleep with each other, girls.
Open to it. I don't know. These niggas are crazy.
And they do a whole lot of other stuff. And I mean, it's a part of the industry, man. The industry has more power than them, I would say. Like, Drake is a huge guy, but at the end of the day, the industry has more power than him. Like, if Apple want to get rid of him and start saying he ain't shit, Spotify gonna collude, YouTube gonna collude, and all these other people gonna collude to get him up out of here. Like, they really at the end more powerful, so they gotta listen to them more than anybody else. And their type of industry has been nasty. It's filled with just nasty shit. So to really make a way out that shit, bro, I really feel like you gotta be a certain type
So
of
do you
nasty. We
own,
seen it with
do you mainly only trust like not saying independent because these people got contracts like Dave Chappelle's, Eddie Murphy's, people like this, or like a Joe Rogan type. He's not like in the entertainment as far as like Hollywood, but he's still like the biggest media platform in the world. Like God, you got to kind of have doing your own shit and
yeah.
be able
I
to stand on
mean,
your own shit to not have to partake in
Joe
that type of
Rogan's
thing.
a great example because I feel like his earlier career he was way more pushed the boundary and he kind of like slowed it down a little bit with how he challenged stuff. Like he used to hang with Alex Jones, let him talk his shit and all that stuff. But it got to a point where he started fact checking everything Alex Jones say because he's like, no, we can't do this anymore because people start coming at Joe Rogan. I feel like he got the knock on the door as well to chill out from even like the moon landings and all type of shit he used to kind of be on, and he kind of like took a back step on it. I feel like COVID, I feel like he was on the right side of the fence, and I feel like he be on the right side of the fence a lot of times, but I don't think he pushed the narrative like he probably would if he felt like he couldn't get no if he couldn't get touched, you know what I mean? Like if he felt untouchable, I feel like he'll talk a lot more stronger on certain points and shit like that. Like so even to a degree, I feel like they have some type of power on even like the people like Joe Rogan. But yeah, he is free. He more free than like some other person, but I don't think he just the most trustable person either. But
Mm,
like Kevin
I
Hart,
don't
we
know.
seen it with Kevin Hart. Like we got an inside glimpse. When we say the industry is more powerful than them, Kevin Hart had to apologize a couple different times, and then even then it was like it was a woman, a white woman. We talk about it all the time. She said, "Yeah, we're gonna start trying to put this inclusivity in a lot of his new work and stuff like that, basically referencing gay and stuff like that." And that ain't never been Kevin Hart, but there's this white lady in his camp that's a part of his like management or branding, whatever marketing team, and they be influencing these niggas to move a certain type of way because it's just how the industry is, man. So it's same with the motherfucker. What's this dude name? He just wore a lot of pink shit recently. That's in trouble right now. What's his goddamn in Marvel? He came.
Oh, you talking about Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, Jonathan Major, he masculine dude, motherfucker. Get on the a magazine and start suggesting them and telling them where all type of shit, bro. And like that's how they do it.
You see what happened with his court case that they put out? He was telling his white
Nah.
girlfriend. He was
Oh
telling
yeah, I
his
seen
white
that.
girlfriend he wanted her to act like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama, which like it does
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. To me, that's one of those weird things. Like, what do y'all need? Like, I get like everybody's like, oh, you know, we're so open and our kinks and our this and our that. It's like, bro, it's like some of y'all niggas gotta lock that weird shit back up. Like, we gotta start locking that weird shit back up.
Oh,
Like,
you think
niggas
that was
be
a
doing.
kink?
I don't know why is he telling his white girlfriend to act like. I gotta get the context of it because to me the way they made it sound was like it was some like weird like fetishy type thing. Now
No, I think it was some weird shit, but I don't think it
maybe
was
he's
a
saying I
fetish.
want her to act elegantly or something. I don't know. Maybe it's that, but I don't know. This is weird. Like I don't know. The way that they posted it made it sound like it was some weird kinky shit he wanted her to do, like
So
white woman act like Michelle Obama.
like it could either be I didn't get the kinky shit. I thought it was just him like wanting his white woman to either act black or like you said earlier just now, like act more civilized because obviously
Yeah,
she be yelling and cutting up and shit like that. So yeah, like why you can't be more cordial or something like that.
yeah.
But
If it's that, that makes sense. But if it's some like weird, like kinky, like act, I don't know. Just go get black. I mean, you got black chick now making good, but like just go, just go do that, bro. Like I don't know.
yeah,
I need
but
more. I don't
nah,
know.
yeah, I don't trust a lot of these dudes, bro. Not in the industry.
Ain't nobody left, man. But yeah, Diddy, 17 or she was 17 at the time. Another accusation. Most likely the shit ain't gonna slow down no time soon. It's probably gonna be way more accusations coming out, especially with these laws that are allowing people to hit you with civil suits from fucking 25 years ago and shit like that.
Why did
Only more can come.
why did Russell Simmons leave?
He's like getting accusations of rape and shit. He was like one of the first niggas hit by the Me Too shit.
And he dipped instead of just like, no, it ain't
Yeah,
me.
he did. He did.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say it's true because I don't. He ain't been proven guilty or whatever. But it just seemed like a lot of dudes that was foundational pieces, not in just the black community. It's in every. It's all over the place.
Yeah, you got Harvey
They
Weinstein,
was
niggas
able
like
to
that. Like,
exist and had these legacies for a long time, and it's like, bro, you can't tell me people didn't know about these niggas simultaneously,
what do you
like
think it
being
is?
nasty.
You think it's just like you were useful to us this entire time, and now we got a new crop of people, so we can kind of like get y'all out the paint now. Like we got y'all dirty laundry, we been keeping
So
y'all dirty laundry. Now, like okay, Diddy, we had you, but now we got whoever, and we can get you out the paint now, and we don't care no more.
I'm glad you asked that because I have been thinking about this recently. I feel like at certain times it's just bad timing for accusations and people that's gonna put accusations on people. Because let's say, for instance, with Marvel, they already been shooting 3, 4, movies ahead for Kang and shit like that, and all of a sudden these people start coming out with accusations. Or let's say like Peyton Manny, he about to get drafted to the motherfucking Colts, and they know he about to be the greatest thing of all time, and he getting accusations right around that time. It's like teams may have people may have a certain investment on this person where they already put too much in it, or they don't want to lose that potential investment, so they'll protect it. They'll shut and silence as much shit as they can. But once you're not as valuable to them no more, you were kind of out on your own when these allegations start to come back up and bubble up. And they're not going to be these same corporations that might have defended you in your prime. They're not willing to do that anymore because you're not even like branded to them, or the amount that they could lose is not kind of worth it. That's how I kind of see it, especially with business, bro. Like it's so many people that I feel like they cover up because it's their prime. They do nasty shit. They live in their life. But
Yeah.
yeah, like
It's like whenever the Prime Me Too shit was happening, like Bill O'Reilly, like that you found out that Fox News was paying a bunch of like sexual harassment lawsuits for Bill O'Reilly when in his when he was like the biggest shit on cable news. And I guess what I was thinking was maybe like, okay, now we got Tucker Carlson's here. He's got like a rising star, and we got Sean Hannity. He's been here for a long time. He doing his shit. We really don't need to keep covering up for you because, like I said, and look what happened. As soon as Bill O'Reilly leave, who's the next biggest nigga in media? Tucker Carlson. So it's like, I wonder if it's something like that too. But I mean, Diddy, I guess he hasn't been useful to the industry for a long time. Like, let's
but
be honest,
he
when's
was
the
just
last
in
time this
himself
nigga had like
powerful.
I was like, when's the
He
last
a
time he done
mogul in
anything music
himself.
industry wise? But I guess he had Revolt, he got the tequilas, he got all this other shit. So
Yeah, and he got a lot of money in himself where he don't really need to get covered. So it's and then I mean sometimes too, like I want the Tiger Woods shit was kind of weird. Like I would have felt like PGA would have tried to do everything to cover that type of shit up, but I don't know. Maybe
what
it's a
was his
black
shit? Like
dude.
just cheating on his wife and shit like that?
Yeah, and they had that shit go crazy.
But that's because she like chased nigga down, broke the windshield or whatever the hell she was doing. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like a public. You can't really cover that. That's like that at that point. That's a public spectacle now. We can't put that
I
bitch
feel
back
like
in the
shit like that
box.
shit for like I feel like that shit could have still got covered up. Like especially with the Tiger Woods, it happened like in his driveway and shit still too. It wasn't even like
Yeah, but see at that time too. Okay, now we want to right Tiger. You been here for a while. He's still obviously Tiger Woods now today, but now we want to push these. Rory McIlroy. We want to push Brian Kopika. We want to let's get some new stars in here. Let's kind of let you sit out for a couple years. Let these new guys come in here and make their name, and then you can come back. You can still be Tiger. Come back. You might not win a bunch, but fuck, you still Tiger Woods. And now these guys have their name, and you have your name still. Nobody gives a fuck. You cheat on your wife. Who gives a fuck? Whatever. You still got your Nike deal, $1 billion worth of shit. Whatever. Come on. I don't know. I
yeah,
mean, maybe they move niggas out the way just to put new people in position.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
some people
but
be some people be in a position like Bill O'Reilly probably would never try to leave Fox News. They're like, all right, we need to figure out a way to get you up out of here. Hollywood, like, well, okay, let's figure out how to get Harvey Weinstein the fuck up out of here. We knew what he been doing. We know what the fuck he got going on, but we got this new hot production company that's trying to we can control more. Or what I don't know. I don't know. I
yeah,
be
and
getting
that's
that shit like
another
that.
thing too. Like say it's another production company. They got a vested interest in a motherfucker getting caught up too. Like other people may start saying like, "Hey man, let's get these people out here," and they tied to this person. Like it could be a proxy war on some shit too, type shit.
Yeah.
It could get nasty, especially with politics and stuff like that too.
But yeah, that's it on the Diddy. That's it on the Diddy. We'll see if more information come out. But like I said, reading it was like that girl was saying they had her doing drugs as soon as they hit to the airport. The dude made her, uh, the Harv guy made her give him head at the airport before she even flew there, and I don't know all this crazy shit was going on.
Mm,
It's a lot.
that's
It's a
crazy.
lot. She was 17 years old. So, anyways, what you want to get into next, man? Got a couple
The
things on
Charleston
the
White on
docket.
Cam Newton was pretty interesting.
I think he was on there spit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
You watched the whole thing?
I didn't watch the whole 2 hour thing. I watched a couple of clips of it. I watched when he was talking about I like when he was talking about the whole like people care about my tone conversation. Like but y'all don't care about like y'all celebrate this nigga who rap about killing people. Y'all more worried about like how I'm talking than like who y'all are promoting or who y'all are. And I was like, I like those type of things about Charleston White. Like I know he say crazy shit about Asian people or whatever, but it's like he said though, it's like the one point he said, I was like, it was like Rain True was like, y'all didn't care to listen to me when I was like actually doing shit, right? When I was like, um, actually just at what he was saying, like I was doing from the Supreme Court and I was doing this, I was doing that. Y'all didn't start listening to I started acting like an ignorant nigga and I'm acting crazy. Now y'all want to pay attention. Now y'all listening. So now I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all need to hear. And I guess that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing I could really say much about it. Of course, he got the things that everybody completely disagree with, but he also got some heat and some fire inside of the conversation he be having too.
Because like
It's
the
just a
conversation around the glorification of celebrity, I think it's a good conversation. Like when he be saying like, fuck this person or fuck that person, and people get so like, oh my God, it's like, all right, let's look at the people. Like
mm,
look into the people you celebrate. Like, are these people that should be celebrated? Are these people like you said when we had that little clip on TikTok go viral? You said King Von died. You said thank God, and it was like, all right. I mean, hey, that's how you feel. But like, think about it. Like, if you terrorizing the community, regardless if you terrorizing the community against other niggas that's terrorizing the community, it's still we gotta live in this gunfire. It's still we gotta live in this environment. So it's like, why are we celebrating this guy? Because he can rap good over a beat. Like, is he supposed to be some kind of hero or something like that? He's still at the end of the day, seemingly be a bad person. So why are y'all celebrating him? Y'all don't give a fuck about y'all neighbor who over here struggling or this or that. It's like a lot of shit makes sense. Like I said, he said crazy shit, but you know,
and we
at the
just
end of the
live
day,
in
he was saying some
sensitive
shit.
times where people feel like he gonna start a bunch of people that think like him and the younger generation, and now they're gonna be so toxic and stuff like that. But I don't think no one takes him that seriously. But he does have some points that people listen to. I feel like it's a certain level of entertainment that is appropriate. Because I mean, if you look at stand up comedy, bro, there's been some real harsh jokes or real deep jokes that hurt people's feelings at the same time be truthful. And I feel like just because it's not him on the stage, he should have the right to get his shit off in that sense.
Yeah,
Because
there's
I
there's
don't.
this there's this dude I be seeing on like Twitter and shit like that. He call it like culture jamming. Like I'm gonna put the absurdities in y'all's face so y'all can really like see like he'll go to do shit like at like town halls and like kind of act like how these people like I'm trans adjacent. He'll do like these crazy
Mhm.
things, but like this is the culture. This was actually going on. So I feel like that's kind of what Charleston White does. He's kind of like culture jamming. He's really showing you like look at what you're celebrating, look at what you promoting. Like right now we got these little kids now. Like now I'm seeing a bunch of people putting their kid in the booth and got their kid shooting videos where it's like, fuck a bitch, do this, kill the ops, and they're like 7, 6 years old. And people on social media blowing it up. Now everybody wants to interview them. Now everybody wants to. It's like, okay, you think a parent see that who don't really give a fuck about their kid? They see money and dollar signs. Okay, well shit, let me sign my little nigga up. He can do this too. Go ahead, rap about the ops and this. Even though you ain't got no fucking ops, you 7, 6 years old, you don't know nothing about this. Like you innocent. And then go be on Kai Cenat stream. Let's keep on pushing it because we're just going what's it called, reward this behavior. And if you see that, especially he on cussing that too, okay, keep on pushing the shit. And then that's so I don't know how detrimental he will be to society as like a little
Yeah,
kid, but it's still like when you look at it, it's like why is that something people are like in a hurry to get behind and stand next to? It doesn't make too much sense. And then when people speak out against, shut the fuck out, it's like no, it's probably not the best thing you should be doing with your 6 and 7 year old, but
yeah.
to each his own. If that's how you want to raise your kid, if that's how you want to present them to the world at 7 years old, I mean, I guess hope you get all the money and excitement out of that you can, because
Yeah, I
child
mean,
stardom doesn't really last too long for a lot of people or benefit them when they're older.
yeah, a lot of times for real. Yeah, it's a tough conversation to have because I feel like the biggest problem is people just not watching their kids and watching what they watch. Because at the end of the day, it's all entertainment, man. It's all entertainment, and you can't really control the levels of entertainment. Because I seen some people was like talking about GTA, and it was like, "Oh, this again." Like, I'm sick of this buffoonery, essentially. like y'all sell this to kids, and then it's like NC-18. Like it's not for kids.
Yeah.
Like same with certain cartoons, it's not for kids, but that's not the problem. It's the problem is that there's parents out there that's gonna let their kids play that even though it's not for them, and
Yeah.
that'd be the real problem. It's not the content because there's always gonna be content for adults that kids shouldn't get a hold of. Like that's life, and I feel like that's the real problem that we have. But we trying to censorship, entertainment in a sense. Even with the kid, like I agree, like the 7 year old, like that shit trash for sure. But like, what was Lil Wayne? Like, Lil Wayne was like 13. Like obviously 7 to 13 is a big difference, but still, like the significance is there. It's hella early. Motherfuckers started them young. Kids somewhat talented. Obviously, it's dumb shit for sure. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he a kid that's trying to be in the entertainment world,
Yeah.
and
But
we
also,
can
I think a
see
lot of
other
people they
kids
like
make it.
they think it's like for adults, but they know their audience be like a lot of these streamers like they get like try to they know who their audience is. Like they know it's like to me a lot of you don't get that big. You don't get to like 100,000, 300,000 people watching you if it's not like a lot of little kids. Like you're gonna have a lot of 29-year-olds like sitting there
Yeah,
watching a
I
nigga
agree.
do whatever for fucking 24 hours. It's gonna be 13, 14. Like you know your audience. Like these niggas know the kids. That's why they act like that too. Like they act like that's what like when you watch these guys see their clips like a Neon or a Speed or any of these guys, like that's what they act weird. They act like when they see a girl, oh my god, her boobs, like because that's like a little kid thing. So they know what they're doing. Like, but they're like 20 years
Hmm.
old, acting like when a hot girl walks by, oh my god, her tits, like that's like little kid shit. So they're kind of like cosplaying as like the 13-year-old boy who's seen titties for the first time in their life. So like I said, they know kind of their audience and they kind of know what they know what they're doing. They know.
Yeah, but like I said, at the end of the day, we hella sensitive. Like I said, everything should have some type of boundaries and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when we were young, we were talking about that type of stuff, bro. Like we was trying to get magazines in middle school and all the other type of content. Not like we was like that's all we thought about anything, but it was on our mind. So it being in the content of these, somewhat adult people, where's entertainment? If the parents really teaching these kids to have some type of thought for themselves, bro, they could watch this stuff and not get sucked into it.
Yeah, but these niggas is getting sucked into it. They idolize these niggas. They idolize why they do all that weird gay sucking dick shit like Speed, bouncing
But
their
that, but
ass.
that, let's be real. That shit hilarious. That shit been around before these niggas.
No, it's been around.
It's white
I
boy
was remember
shit
a lot of
essentially.
yeah.
We was talking. No, Albert and Preach was getting on Fresh and Fit because uh, Fresh or whatever the nigga that's the one that talked the most. He was cuddled up with some white boys in multiple pictures. One we kissing him on the cheek, another one they laying in bed, another one they at a restaurant. He like laying in his like arms and shit like that. Like dude got his shirt off and he like on top of him in the bed and shit. Like niggas, and he was like, that ain't gay, it ain't gay, but nah, he was like, that's just the time. Like this, how he tried to explain. He was like, this is just the time. If you in sports, it's a certain type of male camaraderie. I'm like, nah, nigga, y'all just like y'all all type of shit, and it's white boy shit. Like that shit has always existed. It's just on social media now, and people feel a certain type of way about it because it's like it's all in their face. But bro, I've been seeing kids and dudes act like that before internet and shit came around, bro. It just is what it is. Like I never was cool with that shit. I never liked it, but niggas been on that type of shit, bro. Niggas used to punch niggas in their dick. Like for real, for real. Niggas used to go around punching niggas in their dick as a game. Like hitting them in their balls. Who could get hit in the balls though? Like who could hit somebody in their balls the hardest when they ain't paying attention and shit like that? It used to be a game that niggas played. Like, like that was before
Yeah.
social media was really a thing. Like I just think we get oversensitized to like, oh, it's on internet and little kids watching this and stuff like that. But bro, it's really just a good, how do you say, peek into like human natures and how we really be moving, bro. Like it's right in front of our face and you really can't escape it. You can make excuses for it, but at the end of the day, you start breaking that shit down. You see that shit been here. Niggas been acting
Yeah.
like that. It's just on the internet now. It's the same with the shooting shit, like the wars and shit. Like that shit look tragic as fuck when you see motherfuckers getting blown up. Or I just seen a nigga that was like a rapper. He got shot in the car. Like he passed out, then woke back up and screaming for help. Like that shit looks fucking insane. It'll make you think the world is way worse than it's ever been. It's just that we seeing it on the phone versus like not having to see that shit in real life in this era. But back in the day, motherfuckers seen that shit in real life all the time. But it
Yeah.
just It's just a different way, and I get it. Sometimes I be feeling like, bro, this shit crazy. We live in a crazy time, but it should just like it's always been. It's always
And
been
I feel
motherfuckers
like she
telling
could
their
be like it
kids.
always been, but I feel like she could also be amplified. Just for like, if, for example, when people are like, oh, we don't want this, like, just because this is an example I can kind of like quantify, like the LGBTQ shit. It's like,
Mhm.
why is it that Jen whatever is like 25 times more gay than or whatever LGBTQ identifying as whatever? It's like, yeah, those things happened back in the day, but now with social media and everybody's kind of like just connected like, there's probably way more people that do this weird type
For
of shit, and
sure.
there's way more like there's always been hoes, like we got freaknik shit like that, but I feel like now people are just more, you know, whatever to it. Like I said, there's always been hoes, there's gonna be hoes now, but I feel like in today's society it might be worse than it was before. Not to say it never happened, but you could probably quantify there's probably like a 2x multiplier on people who are cool with being hoes, cool with doing whatever, and then that's what we got right now.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're right. And I also, my only caveat to what you said is that I think it's probably been ways throughout the society and history where, let's say, it was more women was more inclined to be hoes in certain areas than others. Like when they was out there lynching motherfuckers, I'm sure women were hella traditional,
They
and
wasn't hoeing back then.
yeah, but like,
We not
but,
hoeing
but
now.
but before that, I'm sure that it had. In other times, I'm sure there was more freedom and shit like that. I just think it's been ebbs and flows, and it's a part of humanity. Like it's because it's always been what you call them shit hoe houses. What you call it?
Yeah, but I think also like back it used to be like more like it's kind of like more shameful back. You're a little bit more discreet probably, but now it's just like fuck it. Like when you see these little dudes do these like little street interviews with these people and these
mm,
girls and whatever, it's like, oh yeah, I fucked his dad. And they could be lying because people like to go viral and shit like that. But oh yeah, I fucked his brother. Or oh no, I fucked his best friend 50
no, it's
times. Or I
crazy.
fucked all his homies. I did this. Like they're just more like you would never like back. I feel like I wasn't born back then, but I feel like that's not something you just like be willing to share. Like, oh yeah, I fucked all his friends. Like it's cool. Like, no, you'd be like, hey, let's stone and lash this fucking whore and send it back to the fucking whorehouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for
Most
the
likely
camera.
wouldn't
It
say
wouldn't
that
be
to the
like,
public for sure.
well, yeah, it wouldn't be like this celebratory. You go, girl. Yeah, it wouldn't be this thing. But now it's kind of like, yeah, let them do whatever they want to do. Let be hoes, do whatever. And even with that, it's just like this was a topic you put like a while ago, but it was like with the what's name, the white girl getting demonetized. It's like now they clipping niggas who even talk about the counterculture to the culture we talking about. Like, oh, you gotta be clipped. Like, I don't know what Pearl has done or said. Like, I might not agree with everything she said. I might think that she's a grifter, but like, what has she really done or said to be demonetized and can't make money off her channel? Like, what? I don't know. I don't know what rule she broke besides like what she be doing.
I mean, she be
But
saying women shouldn't be able to vote and shit like that.
that's
She
her
do be saying,
opinion. If that's her opinion, it's like
but no,
whatever.
I mean, it's an opinion, but that's the opinion. Like, all right, bro, you pushing the hell of
But that's
boundaries.
not like that. Should me saying a woman should be able to vote? Should like she has no who's actually taking her fucking like she has fans that probably like yeah fuck them bitches they shouldn't vote. But like is that like we can find shit on YouTube right now that's like crazy shit.
I agree, but the point is, she directly offending a bunch of people that's don't mind hitting the report button, and they gonna hit
Well,
the
no, I
fuck
get,
out
but I
of it.
said, but YouTube should be like, okay, all she's saying is this. Okay, we have freedom of speech. Like they should be doing that. I know why they're not. They're scared of advertisers. See, they popped up on their screen of why am I being advertised on this chick? She was telling women can't vote. Like I get all that type of
There
shit,
ain't no
but
freedom of speech on YouTube.
I'm not. But I'm saying there should be. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, yeah.
But
That ain't a thing.
to get demonetized is like, what's the rule I broke? Oh, I said
Oh, they
women should be
don't
able to
care
vote.
though. I get what you're
That's the
saying. They don't
rule I
care.
broke. What the fuck? That's why. But people, I say, but people could promote like you could promote whoredom to what you can promote every kink niggas acting like dog. You can do all this shit on YouTube and be monetized.
Hmm.
But I say this, and it's like no, because I'm like that's how you kind of go down the line and see like what they're cool with, kind of being the new worldview. Is like shit y'all niggas talk about. No, you can't make money talking about that. But if I want to get on here and have every whore or guy who gets in the kennels and acts like a dog and whatever, we could promote that. That could have Coca-Cola on it. We could put ads on that shit. Whatever, cool. Fuck it. As long as y'all ain't cursing, put it out there. But your whole channel's about to get demonetized, bitch.
I mean, you offend the wrong
But
people.
that's the world. That's the world, though. But I don't really care too much because I'm not like a pearl connoisseur. But I just think that's crazy that you can get demonetized for
It
shit
happens
like
to
that.
people all the time, man. Happens to people all the time. If you're not on the right side of the fence, it could happen at any moment.
That shit trash. But
It definitely is.
anyways, what else we got? What else we got? Mikey Williams free. He got off on that one. I gonna lie. I seen shit say he was gonna get possible 25, 30, 40, whatever the fuck type of years, type of crazy ass time. But
Hmm.
look like he good. He get. I wonder if they. I wonder if they're gonna like let him play basketball. Like, are they gonna like be like, all right, we know you fucked up. We know you was wilding out, but we're gonna still let you come here to Memphis. We're gonna still possibly get you to the NBA. I wonder how his career is gonna. I'm curious about that. That's the only real thing I have on the Mikey Williams show. I don't even know if he is he a great basketball player or is he one of these like social media basketball player type niggas who just like real famous on social media. Is he a few? Is he like a Zion type? Whatever Wimby. Like, is he like one of them? He's just like an average player who not average, but he's obviously above average,
He's
but
more than average, yeah.
above average, but
I'm
has
not
a
quite
hype
sure
of
how.
social media. That's what I mean. Like, he has a social media buzz plus the he's a good player, but is he like a wimp? Like, this generational talents coming to them?
No,
Is he
I
like
don't think
that,
he's a
or is he like a
generational talent. Like
yeah?
Lamelo was great, and people didn't even think he was going to be a generational talent. Mikey might be as good as Melo, but I don't know. I don't know. I really
Hmm.
haven't watched him enough to see that. Um, but from what I know, he still has a scholarship at I forget
Memphis.
whatever school. Yeah, Memphis. So
Yeah. Okay.
long as the NCAA don't say nothing, he should be good. I mean, at the end of the day, the dude from Alabama that plays on the Hornets now, ironically with LaMelo, just talking about him, but NCAA let him finish the season out when charges got dropped. He got drafted, no problem. So I mean, once the
Well, he
charges
never
drop,
got charged. He never got charged though. They was
I
looking.
know.
They was like they
Wait,
was looking like what he do, but he never got charged for giving the dude the gun.
oh, what I'm saying still
Are
is
you talking about the dude that beat up his girlfriend that play on the
no, no,
Hornets?
no. I was talking about the dude from Alabama giving him
Oh,
the gun.
okay.
I'm just saying the fact that he did get suspended for a couple games or something like that, right?
Yeah, he got. I think yes. I don't know. Did he? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. I
I
don't
thought he
know.
got suspended, but
He
if
could have.
if
I
he
don't
didn't
know.
get if he didn't get suspended, it's a different kind of story. But I feel like him not getting charged or the charges getting dropped now, unless they NCAA like they look into it, it's like, well, why did you have a possession of a gun? Because I think he did plead guilty or some. No, he didn't plead guilty to having a gun. He pleaded guilty to making a threat or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
they like lessened it down to some shit like threat with a whatever weapon or some shit like that.
Yeah, if they feel like that's in violation and we don't want that type of product in NCAA, that'll suck. But he can go overseas.
But like I said, if he's that good, he can go just ignite or whatever D League shit that they be
Yeah,
sending people to, like Scoot was in, and then he'd be all right.
yeah, it's not the end of the world.
But let's talk about this because this is funny to me. A lot of people are kind of turning the corner now, right? So Joe Budden said on his podcast last week he was like NBA YoungBoy is trash. You can see it now that the label's not really doing whatever with him. What else did he say? And the NBA YoungBoy responded to him with the whole bitch, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever, that type of shit like that. But a lot of niggas have turned the corner, and this is what I always say: you're not wrong. You're just not famous enough for niggas to take you seriously. Because and I know when me and you talk shit about YoungBoy, Wardo is Mister. He's this. Now this nigga on his podcast yesterday, when I said that he has a career like Gucci now, Wardo was saying that's disrespectful to Gucci. Whenever I say that, I ain't never heard him say that. It was disrespectful to Gucci. I never heard a nigga say that. But now Joe Budden said nigga trash. Now niggas is, you know what? I'm kind of recalibrating my thought process. Maybe, he was good in the beginning, but now he is kind of, look how y'all niggas be, man. A nigga like academics Joe Budden got said for y'all niggas to be hopping on. Oh yeah, you know what? They are kind of correct. Me, you said we old hating that whatever bullshit they like to pull up. You see how niggas be acting, man.
It remind me of that dick suck conversation. I was like, niggas get a certain level of dick sucking. Niggas can't see past what the ultimate backpack people be saying about them. Like it happens very quickly. Like person could be mediocre for years, but for some reason something happened. Now everybody just act like this person's the greatest thing ever. Like and ain't nothing that they could do wrong. It's like it get funny, and that's what happened to Young Boy. He hit a phase. I guess it was the YouTube views, and once niggas heard about that, it's like, oh no, he's untouchable. It's like, guys, stop it. But
Yeah.
like you said, it takes somebody. to change the narrative that's big, or it takes an event to change the dynamic of how we see these people. And for young boy, I guess it's Joe Budden this time. Like, who would have thought? But yeah, I mean, it makes sense, bro. Like, it's a trend, bro, and it's like popularity. What's that movie that's a great example of this with Nick Cannon? He was doing the dance on the beach, like he was ass. He was ass. No one seen him as a fucking low don't cost a thing. Nobody seen him as fucking relevant. A female got on his side. He see like the coolest fucking dude
Coolest nigga
in
in the
the
world.
fucking world. And then all of a sudden he lose that shit again. Like, and it's like this nigga got a stank on him. Like, that's how music is with a lot of this shit when I feel like people be liking the artist more than they like the actual music. Like Young Boy, it was cool to like this nigga, and it was like Nick Cannon when he got the woman on his side and Love Don't Cost a Thing, but he fucked it up. Niggas figured out he was a dweeb and a dud, and now people calling it out. And it's like it is almost like people never said he was good. That's how fast it changes.
Look at Wardu like coping in the comments right now. He said, "Y'all be acting like why be criticism be so groundbreaking? We never said it was groundbreaking. We just say nigga wasn't all that. Like y'all niggas be hyping him up. That's not groundbreaking. It's just, that's a fact. Y'all niggas be hyping a nigga up who's like mediocre. That's why young niggas don't take y'all seriously. No shit, his music ain't up to par with the other mainstream acts. Duh. Now it's a duh. His music is in a. But earlier, it's he's the like. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas just be like Wardy like throwing the NPC. That nigga's NPC. Like that nigga's NPC. He hear another nigga say it that's like got 1 million subscribers or something. That's a fact. This is the narrative now. This is the new narrative about niggas. When we said it's you hating, y'all niggas don't know, y'all do. Niggas, shut the fuck up. I get it. Y'all niggas like Joe Budden. Y'all like these niggas. I get it. It's cool. I get it. Sound the alarm when a nigga y'all like say, I got you. I understand. I used to be like that too when I was 24. Well, you're not even 24. You're like 27, but still. Who hypes him up? I definitely don't. Now he's never had these arguments with us about it. It's all right, bro. You got it. Anyways, it's just like, okay, with that too, also now, Joe Budden's kind of like, let's say he backtracking, but Joe Budden's doing what Joe Budden does. He always like goes kind of not saying I don't think he went crazy, just saying like he's trash. He's not that good. It's not to me, like I said, it's not a hot it's not a hot take to me that he said that. But now he's like, you know what? I might have went a little too. But he always does that shit. It's always like a moment he has, and then the next pod it's like a backtrack. Kind of like, okay, let me I said this a little too. I went a little too crazy here. Or I did a little bit too much right there. It's like, bro, just say how you feeling.
I be feeling like they get them calls, man. That's a lot of connections and people that you upset because it ain't just Young Boy that's invested in Young Boy. There's other niggas that's invested in Young Boy that's tied to Joe Budden somehow. Like that's how the industry work, and they get them calls very quickly when they offend people. We've seen it many a times. I think Ashanti, didn't he offend Ashanti one time on the shit with academics, and he was just backtracking or something like he offended Ashanti, and then she came on the show, Everyday Struggle, and he had backtracked and all that shit because she was like, "You're not about to." I forget exactly how it went down, but it happens all the time, man. They say something, bro, and the person don't like it. They get that call. They backtrack. Stephen A. Smith even do it. Michael Jordan call him at 5 a.m. talking about somebody ain't to go. Magic Johnson call him talking about Steph Curry. Steph Curry got 5, whatever. Like,
he about my rings and shit like that.
Yeah, and he'll backtrack because it's like, bro, nah, bro, you're not just about to talk about it because we living in this new moment and you feel they don't
because what it is these people are powerful in media. They start creating a conversation. They start changing the narrative. When the narrative starts getting changed, that's when you see people start to, turn on somebody. That's why whenever these artists get talked about, their songs get talked about, that's when they start feeling a certain type of way. Like when Kai Cenat says, "Oh, this Offset," when this clip goes viral, Kai Cenat saying this Offset part of his album is mid. He feels like that shifts the whole narrative around him because he's so powerful, Kai, and so influential that now him saying that is detrimental to me, which it does do that. But unless you just want a bunch of like fucking patsies running around, which I'm sure they just want somebody around patting them on the ass, like this is the greatest piece of work ever. But the people don't really like that. The people want people to be honest, be like, okay, this is this, and then that's that. Like my only argument always with Young Boy isn't necessarily like I wouldn't even say he's trash. He's got songs that I like. Like he has potential to make like good music. Like he has potential too. My thing is always the overhyping. That's what it be for me. They be either putting them in these certain spaces. Whenever niggas was saying like Wayne, I was like, that's when I get like a little whatever. Like if people just properly place people in their bucket, I'd be cool with it. Okay, y'all say he's a here. All right, cool. He got a big fan base. He makes decent music at times. He puts out too much music, a lot of filler,
Yeah,
microwave shit. But when people start putting the, doing all this extra shit, that's when I kind of like take a step back. Like, all right, nigga,
I
y'all
had
chill.
a argument with my little brother. He said Young Boy is better than Future.
See, then that when a nigga say that, that's when I got to start. And I get it. We different generations. Y'all growing up with this shit. This is y'all shit, and Future is our shit. So it's like y'all gonna have y'all's things. Like I probably say I like Future better than Andre 3000. Niggas would be like, what? Or they'll do all that type of shit. Cool, I get it. I understand that thing, but I feel like at least you like a nigga just can't say Future's body of work overall. If you just can take it all, is not a high quality body of work. Young Boy, I feel like there's a lot of filler. There's a lot of just bland shit. It's nothing super spectacular. These are Future. You got the hits. You got the albums. There's shit you can quantify to why a person of this generation might like this person more. But they like Young Boy. That's their shit. Niggas got offended. But also some people was like I was in academics comments and niggas in the comments was kind of like his shit has been, I guess, trash lately. He ain't been the young boy of whatever 2018, 19, 2020, whatever. That I guess they grew up and they love. Now he's just dropping shit and just doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I always feel like that's just bullshit, but that's a good way to cop out as fans. Because people do
It's
that
a
with
good way
Lil
to like
Wayne.
slide out of that fan base.
Yeah, people do that with Lil Wayne. Oh, he's not the same Lil Wayne anymore. I'm like, bullshit, y'all just not listening no more.
Yeah, I guess well Wayne, honestly, I just don't even listen. Like I'm not listening to like Wayne's like since I maybe like I've like picked and choose like listen to certain things. I think he's had great verses over the years. Like on other people's songs, but like his full projects, I'm just not like I might listen to it once, but I'm not just like re-diving into them over and over and over again. Like I would do for like obviously like a J. Cole, Kendrick, a Drake, a Future, people like that. I'm just not doing it with Wayne projects in 20.
But yeah, now
23.
people use that. People would be like, "Oh, that person fell off." They'll use that for multiple different reasons. The young boy, for that case, I feel like he never was on, but nigga was just gassing. And now y'all tired of the same type of sound, and y'all want to blame it on him. People do that with Future.
Well, I just like some of his songs. Look at that cop. I just like some of his songs that like we haven't had like multiple arguments about this shit on the podcast. Like now it's it's kind of like what you said. Now it's just like I just like some song. Like I just like some of his songs. Like I'm not arguing for him to be this or be this. Like all right, you got it, bro. I get it. Niggas just want him to crash out all the time, and that shit played out. No, see, I didn't even say he had to crash out like to him responding to it. But my thing with Joe Budden is he always like if you ever see a viral clip of Joe Budden saying something that he really feels about somebody, you can guarantee, unless it's Charlamagne the God, next time he's on the podcast, he's going to backtrack every time. That's his thing. He could do it. I ain't saying kill him, fucking throw him off the clip, but just know when he says something, next podcast he's gonna backtrack.
Nah, well, you definitely said you fuck with Young Boy.
Yes, he's trying to act now. Oh, just like a couple songs, like that's all. Just like a couple records. I ain't say he was the greatest, or I didn't say any of these things. Like it's gonna be like that with Yeet. Like in 2 years from now, when Yeet's played out and nobody gives a fuck about Yeet, I don't only like there's only like a couple records I liked. I mean, I really just like the beats. Like I didn't really like him. I was just like the thing. It was just a vibe. Like I just like this. Like all right, bro, whatever, bro, you got it.
Was Cordae in his top 5, 10, 15?
I don't know where Cordae was. I don't think so. I don't think he was. Best thing too, you gotta be honest with yourself. You can't just get on here saying internet shit. Like Ward got on here saying internet shit about Killer Mike. I love this. Pull up the stats. Nowhere to be found. Like just be real with yourself. Just be honest with yourself. That's all you gotta do, to be honest with yourself. Don't let the crowd sway you in any way, shape, or form. But think about Ward. I respect about him is, and this is me ranting at this point. I respect about him is at least when he says something, even though it be bullshit most of the time, he kind of has a counterpart to whatever he's saying. Trail, I told a nigga today, he'll just say something like you're wrong, but he won't give you no feedback to why you're wrong. That's why I'm like, I see why y'all kicked that nigga out the group chat. Like, bitch, you're not adding any value to the conversation. You're just saying that's wrong. Like, bitch, you're not even saying what do you think? You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between a Wardu and a Trail type of nigga. So I give him that. but that nigga do be capping all the time. But if we actually rank YB right now, you know exactly what I think, but you're acting like musical opinions can't change. I could swear we had an argument about this nigga this year, but I digress. I feel like we had an argument about this nigga this year, and it was like blackball this whatever the fuck. Y'all got it, bro. I get it. Niggas like academics and Joe Budden. I get it. Like that's how niggas do. That's not even whatever. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, bro. No, we definitely argued about that nigga this year at some point. Definitely, but
I would believe so.
Salute to him. Like, and everybody, people's argument. That's what people. Oh, well, he got money. It's like, okay, yeah, we know he got money. Like, it's not a fucking. I'm not asking if he got money or not. Obviously, he got money. He obviously still has fans. It's just like his music quality is like an average. He has a high output, but overall, it's average. Like I said, in last night they said it was disrespectful to say he's Gucci man, but he's like that's like kind of like
He is. That is disrespectful. Gucci got way more hits than the young boy.
That's kind of what they said. They're like, "Oh, that's disrespectful." Like, okay, well, my bad. That's just my comparison that I've been giving to him.
I said, young boy to me, he got about 3 or 4 good songs that I've heard. Every time somebody listening to me, I'm listening to him. Like, even if they consider, even if I would say it's a good song, it's a good song for young boy. It ain't a good song like when you start comparing it to high or good quality songs. So for me, young boy ranks very, very, very low when it comes to. I'd take a K camp over a young boy, like quality of songs.
Bro,
More
I
hits,
was on their stream last night. They was doing another tier list. These niggas tried to put Rich Homie Quan in like mediocre.
I'll take Rich Homie Quan over young boy.
But I'm saying they put like Rich the Kid. They said Rich the Kid is average and Rich Homie Quan is mediocre. I was like, y'all never listened to the Rich fucking I Can't Never Stop Going In. I'm gonna keep going in for the rest of my life. I never stop going in. Like y'all never listened to that shit.
And the shit he had with Rich Gang. Yeah, he definitely better than Rich the Kid.
That nigga said DK said Plug Walk was better than Lifestyle. I was like, okay. You know what Plug Walk is?
Not off the name. Not by the
Plug
name.
Walk. I don't even understand how the fuck my gun talk. Some shit like that. But it's a Rich Kid song that was popping like, I don't know.
I like Rich the Kid. He not bad, but he not Rich Homie Quan better than him. But like I said, I'd take a Rich Homie Quan over a young boy. Like it's a lot of dudes that I've heard over the past years that didn't make it to like superstardom. They was like right below an all-star if you was like to put it in sports. And yeah, I don't even think young boy competes with a lot of those type of guys. Like, I start to look at young boy like a fucking what's these guys' name? Not a Dave East. I would even probably consider Dave East better than him. But what's the guy? What's the guy that raps about like? Fuck, I forget his name. It's not Hobson. It's another Lucas? Nigga, Jordan Lucas type nigga. Like he might even be lower.
You think young boys like Jordan Lucas?
He might be lower than him. Like when you talk about like where a nigga really ranks at, like come on, bro. Like really show me young boy hits. Really show me young boy hits, and I'll probably pull up some Dave East shit I'd rather listen to. I'm dead ass, bro. Like top 5 young boy hits. I'm like, all right, that was mid.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say Dave. Cause I think young boy actually do got like an album that I actually like. So I don't know if I would say Dave East.
Shit, Dave East got an album I like.
I don't listen to it. I never really like indulged enough Dave East to really have that conversation about Dave East. But I don't know if I would. I'd have to listen to some more Dave East. Like I don't think Dave East.
I'm just being honest. That he's very close. He's closer to a Dave East than he is a Lil Wayne. I'll tell you that goddamn much. I'll tell you that goddamn much. Shit, I can say the same about YoungBoy. Gun in my head, name 3 YoungBoy songs.
Outside today.
Okay, let me look up Davies' actual songs.
Yeah, Davies ain't got no hits.
Davies got at least 2 hits.
No hit, not like no real hits. I think we all got like 3 different. We all got different definitions of what the fucking hit is.
Let me
Davies. I don't
see.
think Davies has anything that's ever even charted on Billboard before. Like, oh no, I see
Uh,
something. Or is this the hip hop? No, he do. No, that's an album. That's a mixtape, not a song.
okay, well, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think he got any song that's ever charted on Billboard in his
All
entire.
right, so Davies is a little bit above him. I mean, under him. I'm so off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another nigga that's closer to him. But like I say, he's not up there.
I'm reading something. But yeah, that's all. That's all. And then now Young Boy and Dirk are like back doing their like, hey, let's use each other for marketing. It's like what the whole even thing like that marketing to me. I don't know if anybody's about to drop something or something's coming up or whatever. But it's like even that marketing is so lazy. Like how do people keep falling for it? Like these niggas not about to run into each other. They're not. There's like there's nothing's gonna happen from it. It's like maybe other people outside of them might die because of it or something like that. But like how do people get tricked by the same marketing play every time? Like, okay, we're about to drop something. Let's start dissing this nigga again. And it's like, it's boring. Like, I would think rap is like declining because a lot of shit is boring. A lot of shit watered down. The music isn't
NBA Young
whatever.
Boy, Blueface.
I say NBA Young Boy over Blueface. Like,
I'm being funny, but that's his bubble to me.
You say his bubble as far as just talent wise.
Yeah, like I don't think he's that much more talented than a Blueface.
Okay. Because I'm thinking you're talking about like just career totality wise. But
Yeah, no, I mean, he got some hits out there. I mean,
you're talking about talent wise.
The industry tried to make this nigga the next guy. Of course, he got some hits out there, but they're mediocre. I listen to the Blueface on Outside remix before I listen to some Young Boy shit.
No, that Outside remix is hard. I ain't gonna lie. That is a good one. Oh,
Another
bitch.
fatherless child.
Oh, you stupid bitch. All right. Anyways, I was looking at fucking Malcolm Brogdon got rebooted. No, I didn't show Bryce the tier list. I don't even know where the tier list is at to even show Bryce. It was the same shit. Who are the goats? We all got the goats. We know who the superstars are. We know who the mid tier niggas are. We know who the trash niggas are. Even though y'all was having arguments about who the trash niggas are, but it's whatever. Music is music. I will say this though. Let me see. What's your name on here? Warden. Oh, I did go see. Before I pull this up, actually, I got it right here. Never mind. Are you able to pause this shit? You ain't gonna be able to see this. You can't. Boy, you ain't gonna be able to see this little ass shit. Yeah, you can't see this. So they put Bryson Tiller. Well, we all put Bryson Tiller in good. There's a tier for good, and they put NBA YoungBoy in very good. The Baby isn't very good. Bow Wow's in very good. They put Yachty's in very good. Y'all move Yachty to very good. Oh, so y'all did some of this re-trickery shit when I wasn't in there. Y'all move Yachty to very good. Y'all move Lil Nas X to very good.
But Bryson Tiller just good.
Y'all move Billie Eilish down to very good instead of a superstar. Okay.
Billie Eilish?
Yeah, he put a whole bunch of people. He put like a whole bunch of people on there.
Why would he be a superstar?
You don't know who Billie Eilish is?
The girl?
Yeah.
I thought it was just music in general.
It's all it's like pop. He put a whole bunch of shit on.
Oh.
But yeah, y'all's reconfiguration of the list that I wasn't there for. Like, why would Rod Wave be good, but the Baby and these niggas would be in the very good tier when he like sells more than them consistently? He does arena tours. I don't know. Y'all's list is like y'all got it. Y'all reconfigured this shit when I went to sleep or something. But anyways, oh yeah, y'all move Ice Spice from average to good. Yeah, y'all was really doing some reconfigurations when I was gone. Yeah, whatever. I'm not good. You put like 1,000 people on that fucking list. I ain't going through that. The Baby is more. Anyways, what? Oh yeah. So I went and seen the Beyonce movie, and I say this beyond that. I don't really be thinking about shit like that when I be thinking about people in their performances. But like you gotta respect these. I see why Drake don't do the stadium shit. I get it. It's a lot that goes into that shit. It's a lot of I don't know. I get why certain niggas don't do stadium tours. That shit looks very hectic. It looks very draining. It just looks like a lot of work. But I was saying, what do you think about this? I was saying this on the thing last night because I think she's super talented, great performer, amazing singer, has all the obviously the intangibles to be the highest of the high. If she was around when Michael Jackson was around, do you think because she was a woman, maybe she wouldn't have been as big as Michael? Or do you think she would have been at the same level? As like plant her in the 80s or whenever he blew 80s, 70s, whatever. I just don't see why she can't be better than Michael. Performances are
Only
great.
my
Singing is great. She got hits.
so
She
it
got
just
albums.
depends when we talk about style of hits. She does have hits. Does she still make those same type of hits when she's in the 80s? Because Michael Jackson hits was like worldwide hits as far as touching the world, touching people's spirit and soul, as far as the conversation he was having in certain conversations and then in certain videos as well. Like he had, social conversations in his videos and in his music. That's not so much, um, Beyonce. So I feel like that's gonna outplay her in the sense of him being a little bit more bigger and people wanting to fuck with him more. And then style of music, Michael Jackson was perfect for that style. Like this. Are we saying that she just adapts to the '80s? Because he
I
was
think
a.
whatever Whitney Houston was doing, she could do.
I don't know because I just feel like the soul that Whitney Houston had, but some of her souls Beyonce don't have. And I really feel like if you ask old school people, Beyonce is a great person, but she don't fuck with Whitney Houston. You can't ask young people that because they don't know Whitney Houston like that. But I think a lot of people would say Whitney Houston raw talent and music and artistry. Like that's Beyonce might be a better dancer or some shit like that, but singing wise and stuff like that, some of the songs she created, I don't think that Beyonce could compete. And I feel like that's the real reason she's not really on the Michael Jackson level even right now because she ain't got that worldwide music. Same with Drake. Like Drake got good music, but he ain't making no songs that's touching the fucking world, bro. Michael Jackson had Asians, Filipinos, like everybody rocking his shit because they just fuck with him
But don't
eternally.
you
And
also
that's,
think
I
because that's
just
the
you talk
times too?
about.
It's less people
No,
that are in the game.
it's not just it's a part of that, but then there's so many people that were still in that era that wasn't doing what he was doing. His content, bro. He obviously you can go into he might have been connected to some people, but bro, if you go back and look at his artwork and his videos and his craft, like he was ahead of his time, bro. And yeah, you could say maybe Beyonce recreates that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Michael Jackson just had a pulse on his era, and I don't think Beyonce necessarily has that. Like she got the pulse on black women, she got the pulse on the LGBTQ, but her music ain't touched. Like she ain't touching a bunch of black men with her music. She ain't touching a bunch of other races and cultures with her music. Like I just don't feel that. Michael
Well,
Jackson did.
that's always a woman demand thing. So like men are always going to be able to kind of cross over more than on a poppy type level like that to touch like guys, girls, all that shit like that. That's always going to be
Yeah,
the
I
way.
mean, I agree with that, but I also feel like
Just like if Taylor Swift was a guy, like just having her saying whatever, she's still the biggest like artist in the world, but it would be a
it's
lot
a
bigger.
woman. It's hard to. I don't know what woman I could pull up just off the whim, but I'm pretty sure it's a woman out there that was super creative or super
Madonna
good
was
at
massive back in the day, but I don't know if she was like
that.
crossing
Men, I'm
over
talking about
like
that men like
guys.
though.
There ain't too many.
But
Like you might like a record, but you're not like fanning out going crazy.
but
Like
that's a part of that's. I mean, let's be real. Women make a lot
I mean,
of stuff.
White dudes like Taylor Swift. I mean, I don't know. White niggas like Taylor Swift.
I get it. A lot of people like Taylor Swift, but she don't make music outside of her demographic. Same with Beyonce. Like Michael Jackson did. And even Prince, like Prince didn't make music too much out of his demographic. Like there was the people that like Prince style of music and a couple people on the outside that
would be entertained with his craft and his artistry. But Michael Jackson, bro, like it's no way he had Asian people crying, falling out like he had black people. Like it's just he was different, bro. He was fucking different. Like I get it. My Beyonce is great, but at a certain point, her music don't stem past a certain level, and that's just how it is. Now, like I said, you could say it's era, but I don't know.
Era definitely has as far as like just us and like celebrity and how we view celebrities and shit like that. I feel like back even like when you look at all these stars from like back in the 70s and 80s, like it was like a different like it was different fandom. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like we look at celebrities, it's like not necessarily that they're regular because there's a lot of niggas that fan out over celebrities still, but they're so accessible. It's kind of like what Will Smith you say, like he didn't want to be accessible, like he gotta want to be mysterious, want to do whatever. It's kind of like that. Like now accessible? It's like no, she's not. She's not. But also it's like a lot of the people that people could just go and listen to and grab to. And also like we don't look at celebrities the same way. Like you could become a celebrity tomorrow. Maybe not as big as Beyonce, but you could just be like, you can become famous like that. So it's not as like it's not the barrier to entry. Like obviously, I'm not saying the barrier to entry be Beyonce is whatever. Like the barrier to entry to even just be famous isn't like I think it was back in the day. It was like a coveted thing. Like these people were some kind of mythical. Like to be them was something like crazy.
Well, I mean, it was levels to fame. It's just you wasn't on social media. Like your cousin might have been in a commercial, or they might have had a 2 minutes in a scene or something like that. You had levels to fame. Like they was in a couple commercials.
But now it's like, look at me and you. This whatever this is, like niggas getting off YouTube and getting me, like that wasn't a thing. Getting a commercial is like, all right, we got Jack.
I mean, people was getting paid.
Niggas do commercials on TikTok now. The new commercial is niggas that get brand deals on TikTok. Like that's the new commercial.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was people like that back in the day, though.
Easier, but not like it is now. We're not gonna act like most niggas now.
About that.
You don't think it's easier now to become famous than back in the day?
It's levels of fame, though.
I'm just talking about the barrier to be any level of famous. You don't think it's easier now than back in the day?
Like I said,
to become famous with iPhones.
It was plenty of famous people back in the day too that was doing shit.
Do you think
from
it's easier now to be famous? To the lowest level of fame?
I don't think so. I already said that.
I don't know how you could say it's not easier to be famous now.
You could argue just because it's just what you call levels of fame. Like that same level that you're talking about that's so easy to get to, it's so many people there. Like it's easy to be passed up in that same level too. Like what barrier of fame are you talking about?
A nigga like Crip Mac is famous. He would have been famous.
Yeah, but who the fuck is Crip Mac compared to
that's a barrier of fame. That's a certain level of fame, nigga.
But that's
how easy it is. You could just be a jackass and become famous. It doesn't like it's easier to become viral, whatever the fuck now
back in the day
than back in the day.
I disagree. But even outside of that, I feel who were we talking about?
Beyonce and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think you talking about all these low level people is getting in the way of Beyonce being as big as Michael Jackson. I don't think so. I think it has more to do with her not touching the spirit and soul of people like Michael Jackson did. It's not that there's so many low level people on TikTok that's famous getting commercial deals like this. Just not. Because Beyonce was famous in like multiple different eras. She ain't always been around in the era that it was easy to get famous in. And she wasn't bigger than Michael Jackson in that era either. And she had good hits. She had plenty of songs when she was younger in that era. Like it wasn't like she was just as the biggest woman then as she is now, damn near. Like, but it wasn't Michael Jackson.
Well, my only argument is if she was in the 80s, would she be able to be that level? Like, where would she be at? Where would you put her in that level?
Where
she at lower than Whitney, lower than Madonna?
She'd probably be bigger than Madonna. Because I think she's bigger than Madonna cachet. Like, if you was to compare Madonna brand and Beyonce brand at right now, I think Beyonce's watching Madonna from catalog to brand. Maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, she'd have been bigger than Prince. Should have been right up there with Whitney. Should have been right.
She'd just been under Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson and right there with Whitney. Should have been right there with Whitney. Like, because let's just say Beyonce had some acting roles. Whitney did too. Whitney had some really good acting roles. Probably outacted Beyonce if you want to go head to head on acting roles. So yeah, like right there with Whitney. But it's hard because Beyonce had, the shit with Destiny Child. She had the shit when she was a little younger. I don't think Whitney Houston catalog is as big as Beyonce, but I could be wrong. And I'm not saying this. Whitney Houston catalog could be better when you talk about level hits and touching the spirit, but
So if we were to actually like rank who we think of I don't know what you would quantify it as, maybe not the best selling. I don't know, just like the most iconic artist in every genre of all time. Where do you think? Obviously, Michael Jackson, everybody's number one. That's like right there. Out of every artist, every genre, do you think Beyonce would crack like the top 10?
Of every genre?
Every genre. Because Michael's number one.
Nah.
He's the biggest.
It's unfair, but no. Because are we counting like the Eagles and all these dumb groups?
Yeah, I'm counting Eagles. I'm counting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Pink Floyd. I'm counting everybody.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay, let me ask you this: what other
15,
black?
top 20,
what other black artists do you think any other black artist besides Michael Jackson will make it in that top 10?
Maybe Kanye or Drake or Lil Wayne at some point, or like a sniff of DMX. At, how they be doing the little.
Hold on. You would say that Wayne, DMX
at one point, like
then Beyonce. Because you said Beyonce like top 15, top 20. So you think
no,
DMX
I wouldn't say they're
top
better
10?
than Beyonce. I wouldn't say they're better than Beyonce. I'm just saying that was up there.
I guess it just depending on how I would quantify this. What I would quantify this list as? Would it be like, I don't know. I'm trying to think because talent wise, obviously it's all whatever subjective who you think is talented or whatever. I don't know how to quantify that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, let's just do black. Let's just do black artists. Is Beyonce bigger than Lil Wayne?
I would say.
Is she bigger than Kanye?
I would say. I'm trying to think. Like, can Wayne do stadium tours around the world? That's what I'm trying to think.
In his prime, he could. Beyonce's still in her prime. Like, if we're gonna argue how longevity, that's like the LeBron conversation versus Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, she's clearly still doing it right now, so there's no competition. But like, in Wayne, his prime, I don't know. And yeah, I mean, her being a woman, her selling out shit, like it's a part of it. But you can't also take that away from her either.
Because I could argue The Weeknd, he's selling out stadiums right now. Like I was thinking about this today. I was like, is The Weeknd technically like Drake gets the Billboard shit, but it's for the people. Is The Weeknd bigger than the Drake? He got more monthly listeners. He does stadiums. I think Drake can do stadiums too. Don't get me wrong, but is Drake doing stadiums globally? Like The Weeknd's like in fucking Chile and all this type of shit. Like does his music, like you said, touch more? Like is that poppy techno-y shit touch more people than a nigga making rap love songs? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would start to quantify a bunch of different metrics. Like, okay, so she obviously is outselling arena, so that'd be making her bigger than Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Eminem, and all these type of people. But when you start to,
I wouldn't say Eminem. I think Eminem could do. I think Eminem could do stadium. I think he. I could be wrong, but I think he can.
Okay, but even then, let's say Eminem's close to her. That's one caveat that she's killing or dominating it in. But then they start talking about albums and classic albums and stuff like that. I think a lot of those dudes start to get a lot back closer to her as far as like competition, as far as the brand and overall legacy. Then when you start to talk about actual brand outside of music, Lil Wayne has a big brand. Obviously, does some stuff with sports and things like that. But it's hard to quantify that. Like, it's hard to quantify them outside of that demographic because outside of Beyonce demographic, not a lot of people check them for her. I don't think. Same for Lil Wayne. Drake is like he starts to probably dominate that lane. Kanye dominates that lane. Kanye will dominate brand outside of music. Conversations being polarized and talked about, you don't get bigger than Kanye. And then maybe you could probably put a Drake in there because if somebody shit on him and talk about beefing with him, it's gonna get big. If somebody talking about his kid dropping, it's gonna get big. Beyonce, yeah, some elevator shit that might pop off, but even then, like that shit kind of flew by because it's like we're not having no Beyonce conversations. Yeah. So she's not too polarizing. So it's like I know she's a lot closer than we think. Well, let's bring Michael Jackson into that. Like, how polarizing was Michael Jackson outside of music? I don't know. It's a hard conversation.
I don't know. Trill saying that she's not bigger than Wayne is kind of crazy.
I don't know, man. It's tough.
But it's that long. Like maybe if we go like peak, like Wayne doing a million first week like that. But still, that might be just baked into the like American rap scene. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't living in
Nah, a lot of
Germany
people
and
love Lil Wayne.
all these other places across the world. I don't know.
A lot of people love Lil
But
Wayne. Yeah, and I think he got so many hits that Beyonce would like. I don't know, man. Like she's up there. She's up there. It's not a.
I
It's not
mean,
a.
he lost to Wayne. He lost to Jay-Z. And a lot of Jay-Z's. No, I
That's
didn't
because
say a lot of
that
Jay-Z's
was Dick
hits. It
Suck.
was Beyonce songs.
That was Dick Suck though. And I'm not even saying like Beyonce do well. She has hits for days. It is obviously subjective on who gonna like what type of music. But Lil Wayne got a lot of fucking hits, and I feel like Beyonce is still selling out arenas, but she ain't dropping hits like she was when she was like from 2000 to 2010 or 12. You know what I mean? Like,
What you mean? She just had "Break My Soul."
yeah, that was cool. That was a good song. I'm not gonna hate on that, but she was way more consistent with dropping hits. Let's be real. That was one out of like 5-6 years.
Let's see.
When she was in her prime, she was dropping like 3 songs a year, 4 songs a year.
Yeah, we gotta do like a real, like, because when we was on tier list award, it was like a lot of, we gotta do like a legit, like, what is considered, like, what do we consider an actual, like, what is the actual GOAT from a nigga that's just a superstar? Like, how do you differentiate these people from these, like, actual high level people? But I don't know, it's always hard to, because you can do numbers and shit like that, but then you can be like, okay, well, shit, if the numbers are a thing, Nelly got an album that sold 10 million. Like, Country Grammar was like the biggest shit for his peak. So it's like, would he go in that conversation of like, you know what I'm saying?
I would have to do like who's on a tweener. We have to come up with a tweener list before we come up with anything else. I feel like 50 Cent would be on my tweener list. Like a DMX would be on my tweener list. Like they're right in the middle, but I don't think they're necessarily.
Because I feel like longevity plays a major role in like where you play somebody.
I agree.
Unless you just think that peak they had was just so massive, which 50 Cent's peak was like probably one of the biggest peaks you'll ever see in music. Like them 2 albums, like I know niggas like Curtis that still did good. We was competing against Kanye, but like let's be honest, Massacre and Give It Your Charm were like out of here, like fucking astronomical. But after that, it kind of whatever. So
Yeah, I would give it my 2 automatic goals would be Lil Wayne. I mean, I guess I'll say 3. Lil Wayne, Drake, and Kanye, and then Jay-Z would be right there at the bottom. But yeah, that would be my, I guess, top 4 as far as real goats.
Trill, you been dumb shit. To say her last real hit was Single Ladies, like that just doesn't make any. That's just like
I mean, shit.
that. Like, come on.
She had Partition.
Like it's just like dumb. This like dumb to say.
She ain't had a hit in a minute. Like, I mean, back to back hits in a minute. Kanye as an artist is not a goat.
Who said that? See, it's just like dumb. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, can you like read the nigga comments? Like just dumb shit. Just like they can't help but just say dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
That's crazy.
that's like just dumb. Like nobody would even say that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just dumb. Like he probably has one of the greatest albums of all time. It's just like dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It makes no sense.
I mean, the reason I say that because Jay-Z has the hits. Don't get it twisted. But when it comes to classic albums and how entertaining certain albums are, I just don't feel like his albums were as entertaining as those other 3 dudes. Call me wrong. Like, of course, he's talking about trapping a brick of yay and all this other shit and getting out the mud and becoming a great businessman. Salute to him. But a lot of his
saying Jay-Z's below Kanye, Wayne, and Drake, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You say the nigga like number 50.
Yeah.
But with
like
everything we're talking about though, like fanfare, hype, all that shit, like I would say they're definitely more like Like you would say Kanye's more like fanfared out than like Jay. You can just look at Kanye just as far as him being able to sell shit. That he's obviously more than any rapper really that there is.
Mm-mm. And I forgot Eminem, but yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm taking those three dudes' catalogs and albums over. Like, if we was compare, like, what's 50 Cent top three albums? Like, they're nowhere near as entertaining as Drake's, Lil Wayne's, or Kanye's. Let's be real. Like, it just is what it is. But 50 Cent does, I mean, not 50 Cent, Jay-Z does have a lane in his style, so I respect it. But when you start comparing other goats, I think I even listen to Eminem probably over 50 Cent, if being honest.
50 Cent and
Like
Jay Z.
what I said. Oh
You said
yeah, I
50
meant to say
Cent.
Jay. My bad,
I know that's kind of Eminem. Yeah, I know that. Damn, you kind of like
bro.
you rather listen to Eminem than Jay Z?
When you talk about playing some of his albums, like shit can get boring. I'm saying like it's not a lot of flow switches, some double entendres and little cool rap shit. But to me, I'm from the South. I like melodic. I like flow switches and shit like that. I like niggas riding the beat. And Jay Z probably the least out of all that. Like I said, he got hits. And even let's even compare Jay-Z hits like The Hard Knock Life, 99 Problems. Like they're cool, but I'm taking all them other dudes' hits over Jay-Z, if I'm being honest. Like maybe not Eminem. I don't know. Like Eminem and him be pretty close, but the other three dudes is not even a comparison. Not even a comparison. Take they top 20 hits, top 30 hits over Jay-Z any day. Like really talk about like what's your favorite Jay-Z song? As a guy from our era. Because you gotta think Jay-Z was like 1999, 1995. Like, I mean, look, that's a little too early, but like early 2000s, like, he ain't really span to our era too much. Like, he started retiring when Kanye and Lil Wayne was kind of getting it going almost on some shit. Not even retiring, but like, you know. But I think Jay-Z got that dick sucker being the most successful businessman in hip hop, and the niggas act like he untouchable.
I wonder, I wonder what how his perception would be if he wasn't like this billionaire, like business mogul guy. Like, what would you look like? What would people look at him as? I think he got great. I wouldn't say. I mean, you could say Eminem would be like, I don't know. I'm not mad. I'm definitely not mad at Kanye, Drake, and Wayne being ahead of a Jay Z. I don't think that's crazy to even say. But that's what I say. When I say like these tier lists, like a goat is a goat, I just feel like it's levels to even like this goat shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like to even have some like, do you really think them niggas could stand in the same square as like a Michael Jackson? It's kind of like I don't know, can they? Like obviously Drake I broke the number ones. I tied Michael Jackson for number ones, but we already had a discussion about Drake's number ones and how they're not really like his best records and no shit like that. But you know, do they stand next to the like the fanfare of a Madonna? Like I looked at Madonna shit, and Madonna got 12 number ones. Like those hoes were number ones for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Not like just it streamed well this week and then it fell off the fucking charts the next week. Like this shit like 10, 12 weeks on number one. So I just wonder if you was able to really put these levels of people, where would all these people stand in totality? But yeah, because I was looking at, even the Taylor Swift, like Taylor Swift won like woman or like person of the year, and I mean shit, she blew Beyonce out the wall. I seen Taylor Swift put her concert out. She did 92 million first week. Beyonce did hers. She did 21, and then she killing it. Taylor Swift still doing $1 million a week in 2023. It's like she's the biggest. She got to be the biggest artist in the world right now. And if it's not her, it's some Latino nigga at some point.
Yeah, I mean, she got it. It's gonna always. It's hard for black people to compete as far as being the biggest in the world. It's not a lane that we really gonna ever really be in. No time soon. When we do get up there, it's. I don't think we respect it enough.
It's only a certain ceiling you can hit.
Yeah, because let's be real. It's just the same. Like how many black billionaires or millionaires there are compared to whites. It's just, especially in America or in general. Most black people don't dominate the most successful economic places. Like it'd be white people, Asians, and shit like that. So it's when we do have them, but it's not how you say should be expected. Especially when you're talking about biggest in the world. Like when you talk about the top 7 media outlets are owned by white people, pushed by white people. Most of the music industries and shit like that, like biggest demographic of white people. And then for black people, the people that may actually listen to you don't really speak your language. Like I'm sure some if you could play black people shit like Lil Wayne in Mexico, it would have hit if they spoke English, but they don't. So it's like there's a lot of black people around the world, but that speak our language is not. So not like how it is with white people. But even then, it's kind of crazy because it's like, I guess Taylor Swift, she worldwide.
If she's not worldwide, she's just like super massive in fucking America. But I think she's worldwide. She's like doing her stadium tour right now. She's in like fucking Chile and this and that, and she was overseas in Europe. Like she's definitely worldwide, but she's just very massive in America.
Yeah, no.
But also for Taylor Swift, like, just, if you wanna really see like niggas selling albums shit like that, just go to like the local store. Like, bro, Taylor Swift still got CDs like on the fucking thing. Like she had hella CDs. She got vinyl. She got like if you go to Target, you'll see all Taylor Swift CDs, like all her, like not just one album, like different bunch of fucking CDs, missing all over the place. And she got vinyl. So she's like actually selling albums. Like she's selling shit. So
yeah, and I'm thinking it's a lot that go into it. It's obviously her talent, her music, her consistency. Then once you think about the biggest consumer in America is women and white women at that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to you talk about when you said Target in sales at Target, who's gonna be in Target? White women. Like that. So it makes sense when you start saying she's the biggest. Like that ain't a lane that men even can really compete in when you talk about, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, me and Cole talking about just as far as her and Beyonce shit, just like Beyonce's music, like it has like a sexual element to it. And obviously there's kids that obviously indulge in Beyonce, but like Taylor Swift's music, from what I be hearing, obviously has like themes of relationships, but it's not as like you're not gonna hear like my pussy is this. So you know, it's like kids can kind of parents are more open to their kids, their younger daughters, like being fanfare and consuming that. Even though I said people let their kids listen to Beyonce, but I think more people are more open with allowing their kids to be like Taylor Swift stands. Like she still,
I mean, Taylor Swift
still connects with like the young white girl.
She's Wonder Woman. She's an American. She's the I don't even know how the word to say it, but she's the embodiment of what a white
all
woman,
American girl.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not too beautiful. She's not like this bombshell. She looks like a girl you could see working like at the local Starbucks. She doesn't look like when you see her, you don't see like this like she's not ugly, but like I said, you don't see
this crazy body
bombshell. Like you don't see like this person, this unattainable standard of a person. You don't see that when you see Taylor Swift. Like she look like a regular chick, and people are like, well, shit, they fuck with.
She's just a regular Starbucks chick.
Yeah, pretty much, and she can sing. Who the last rapper to sell 1 million first week? Probably Drake. Probably Views, most likely. I think probably Views was the last time.
Yeah, I wouldn't think anybody since that.
Wonder why Drake not a bigger artist than he is. I feel like Drake should be able to sell 1 million a week. I think it's just like I don't know, like people don't. I feel like it has to do purchasing shit has to do with that selling that million. Like actually buying this shit has to do because like I said, buying it one time is like legit. Was he got to stream it like 1,500 times some shit to count as one sale? So if everybody was just if he's getting because he probably outstreams Taylor Swift like on a weekly basis. Like you'll be like, oh, Taylor Swift's album came out, she had 200 million on demand streams, but she had 1 million people bought a physical copy. And Drake will be like, he streamed 600 million times this week and he sold 30,000 copies. So it's like, if he could figure out a way to meet in the middle of that, then I think he could consistently sell a million records.
I could be wrong, but I think the difference between a black artist and Taylor Swift is that they have no hater type competition. Like with Drake, there's a level of certain people that don't fuck with him and don't want to see him succeed. Same way even with Kendrick. But with Taylor Swift, bro, you can't think of an outlet that's going to say something wrong with or downplay her and talk shit to her. Like she's beloved by everybody that's like everybody. Like I
in
can't
that world.
Yeah, and when it comes to a Drake, it's like no, he has some enemies. They just may be quiet. Like same with all these other black rappers. Like they don't get to see that.
It's not as oversaturated. Like I'm like for the pop world, you got Miley, you got Ariana Grande, you got like Selena Gomez, you got these people, but they don't be dropping like crazy and like there might be one white girl that come out for the year and break out and be a star from like Disney Channel, whatever. Like Olivia Rodrigo, she was the biggest star and whatever, like 2 years ago. And I feel like that world's also not like it's overly saturated. Like, but we got rappers like trash ass niggas and then like the greats. I'm not in the pop world, but I just feel like they don't invest in like the mediocre people as much as rap does. Like, and it also goes to the argument like you could just kind of like put out a song and then blow up. So it's like I don't think that happens too much in the pop world. Like you be a great singer, but you're just not blowing up. Like rappers, like Sexy Red puts out some shit, and maybe there's money behind it. That's probably why she blew up. But you know, shit like that. There's not that as well. There's less like people for them to really enjoy and consume.
Yeah, it's a hard conversation to have an answer for. To be honest, I'm over here thinking like, what's the answer to why a Drake and these type of people don't go as big? Because it's like obviously white people outnumber us for sure, but you'll still think that we should be able to do a million. Like, how many black people are in Houston type shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
should be over a million, or close to it at least. So it's like you telling me Drake can't get a million people in a week to listen to his shit, or you telling me how much it take to sell out a stadium? 200,000 people. Like Drake can go to a city and he ain't getting 200,000 people to show up. Like Taylor Swift. It's
no,
like
Drake.
maybe.
Drake. Let me say, I feel like if you can do if you do back to back to back nights in a city, like when he does like 4 nights in New York or something like that, he could do a
Mhm.
stadium. You can just do one show and
Okay.
like everybody pull up. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do a stadium. I just think he don't want to deal with the production of putting on a stadium. When you look at stadium concerts, they got like a lot of people. They got like if you watch the Weeknd's concert on, I think it was on Hulu or some shit, the SoFi Stadium he did. He got background dancers, he got props, he got all. Like, he's got a whole bunch of. I feel like it's got to be more interactive than Drake. Kind of just
Mhm.
I want to be in a square. I want to run from side to side and just do that. I don't want to have to do all this extra shit
Yeah.
that goes with having a stadium tour. But like I said, I don't know if he could do. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like I said. I think just to put this in the bud. I think it's just like the type of music you make that helps you to propel to a nation or a worldwide type of audience. Like I look at something like Ed Sheeran. He'll only do 136,000 first week for his album, but he's on a stadium tour every year all across the world, and he has 90 million monthly listeners on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Weeknd
For
will put out
black
an album.
people,
The Weeknd will put out an album and sell 146,000, but he'll have 100 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He will go on a stadium tour for the whole year in every country in the world and sell it out. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Because also, like I said, the Weeknd's music is bigger than Drake. Like if you look at like their most streamed shit, like you got the Weeknd with Blinding Lights and all these type of big like actual hit like Blinded like got 3 billion streams. You know what I'm saying? Like these are like massive records. I think Drake puts out shit, but Drake's kind of like this. It's kind of disrespectful. Like he's kind of like the microwave superstar. He just puts out so much shit. He gets the
you like
accolades. We
KD or
love Drake,
LeBron
but he's
versus
not putting
Jordan?
out. Yeah, he's not putting out the
Like
fucking.
Great brand, very entertaining, but it's not Jordan brand. You're not selling like Jordan shoes. You ain't got the championships like Jordan, respectfully. Like, but you're still very, very great. And I think it just goes to your hits not having so much soul and spirit in them. Like, cause let's be real. Taylor Swift music touched the white motherfucking spirit and soul. It don't touch black people because we ain't really listen to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift down showing up Michael Jackson. Because if she like Adele could have been closer to Michael Jackson if she was being consistent. Like she has some soulful shit that people really like and listen to, even like an Ed Sheeran to a degree that black people could really like and listen to. But I don't really feel like a lot of people listen to Taylor Swift. Drake, his hits, they're not so much. They don't got a lot of soul and spirit in them, and I feel like that slows him down as far as being bigger than a Taylor Swift. Like he said, Taylor Swift the only person he watch out for, and he shouldn't technically have to because he got the reach. He just ain't really hitting like Taylor is. When Taylor drop a hit, it touched the motherfucking white spirit like cocaine crack nigga. Like Drake shit kind of used to do that, but it kind of I think he kind of fell off to a degree. Like let's be real, like respectfully, we're not supposed to talk about him. R. Kelly, his shit was crack. Like when the nigga dropped some shit, bro, that shit was cracking his air. Like it had so much soul in it. And if R. Kelly was like out in it, like let's say R. Kelly was out in this time or like was unfiltered, like and he was still in his prime, bro. I think R. Kelly would have been bigger than a Drake. Like if I'm being honest, like the type of music he could create along with the singing, like it's too soulful. It's too soulful to compete with. And I think black people will champion it because it actually touched black people like spirit. Like Drake, he might touch you on the like the club sense or like some shit that the radio gonna play, but it ain't hitting like Kanye even was doing like with the I ain't saying she was a gold digger. Like that shit hit. That shit hit the spirit of black people. It's just a vibe. Like through the wire, that shit hit the spirit of like black people. Like 50 Cent, 21 Questions, like shit like that hit the spirit. But if you can do that consistently, I feel like that's when you can push that I'm bigger than Taylor Swift shit. But I don't feel like nobody's done that, especially recently.
Who knows, man? But what we looking at? An hour and 40. I ain't really got nothing too much left. I think there's some other shit in there, but ain't nothing really necessary to really dive into like crazy. So we'll wrap it up. Finish out these little games. I gotta play. I gotta sweat right now. Niggas need to put Chris Paul back in the fucking game. That bitch need one more rebound or assist, and we gonna cash some. But you never know. The nigga might hold you. I don't know why the Warriors even in the fucking same game as the Blazers right now. Fucking 100 and 101. But yeah, appreciate y'all for listening to all that good shit like that. We'll be back next week. You got anything else, Bryce?
Nah, man, it's been fun. Y'all take it easy.
All right, man.